Okay, I want to talk to you all a little bit about fitness. Let's see, which one am I? Okay, Howie's on the camera now today, so I can't remember which one to stare at, but hopefully I'm close to you. I want to talk to you a little bit about fitness, and that is, I heard somebody else use the term the other day, functional fitness. I've been using that for 40 years, I guess, but that's exactly what it is. Now, this is for those of you who may think that you're out of shape, too old, can't do anything, got some issues, got some physical issues, that are in your way, not being able to prepare as well as you want to or get ready for what might be coming on. I'm going to be 67 years old next month, okay, and I'm not in bad shape. Am I in bad shape?
No.
Okay. Now I'm going to back up a little bit, tell you just a little bit about me, and then tell you something about, the way that, I'm not going to tell you all how you should think, but the way that I suggest people think. I was in great shape when I was 21 years old, straight out of the police academy. Thought I was quite an animal. A lot of years in a patrol car or sitting in bars and drinking and smoking put me in not good shape by the time I was 30. I changed my life, and by the time I was 40, I was in better shape than I was when I was 21. Then things happened, and I made my living in an office and didn't keep up on the physical stuff, and then got married and had kids and spent my life like most suburbanites do. And then about, I don't know how many years ago, 8, 9 or so, started more of an active life, hanging Christmas lights and things like that. And now I'm not as in good a shape as I was when I was 40, near. I know I couldn't run as far right now as I could then, or as fast. But I can do the physical stuff just as well. That is the result of getting out and doing real things, okay? Doing real work. Out here, I love this time of year. I think I mentioned the other day, it might have been yesterday when we were doing another house, when I said that we kind of lose all the extra pounds that we put on through the year, and I certainly do. Throwing around these 32-foot ladders, and we go even bigger than that sometimes. It doesn't seem like much one at a time, but when you do it for hours and hours and hours, a 32-foot ladder weighs 66 pounds. And when you get it fully extended or you're moving it around or whatever, it feels a little bit heavier than that, especially after you've been doing it for a while. Going up and down these ladders does things to you that getting on your elliptical bike won't. And then climbing on the roofs and doing all those things that work all the different parts of your body, all the muscular system and skeletal system, it all works together. And it results in what we would describe as functional fitness, the ability to get. I used to tell people, when they'd tell me what their idea of fitness was, I would say, now, fitness is, and the, or how I should say, the measurement of your fitness would be, I tell you to go from the top of this mountain down there and to the top of that mountain over there by a certain time and accomplish these tasks along the way. And to the extent that you can do that in a timely manner, then that's a good measurement of your fitness, because you're being involved in all sorts of different things. This is why we love this out here. If you all are involved in a more sedentary style of lifestyle, you got to find something to get out there. And you may, I hate to see people. I run into people all the time that tell me, well, when you get to be my age, you'll see that you slow down. And then I find out that they're younger than I am, sometimes a lot younger than I am. We degrade when we stop using this machine that is our body. And you can get it back. And if you haven't been doing it for a while, getting it back hurts. And you're going to be sucking wind. Okay, so we had to cut something out there because one of our customers came out. So hopefully the guru will be able to splice this in, and I'll remember where I picked up. Anyway, if you've let yourself get out of shape, it's going to hurt getting back into it. It's going to take a little bit of time. But the longer that you wait, the more it's going to hurt and the more time it's going to take. And after a certain amount of time of laying off, you're not going to be able to recoup what you once had. And, when things, it doesn't matter if things fall apart or not. the better shape you're in, the better quality your life is going to be. Okay, so we shouldn't just always plan, like I talk about integrated preparedness, not just planning to live life well, in the future, but live life well today. And if we're just sitting around like a bunch of slugs on the couch, that's not a good lifestyle. That doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you think well. It doesn't make you think well of yourself. And if you get out there and you start getting back at it, yes, it's going to make you sore. It's going to, you're going to be sucking air and all that for a while. And then you're going to get right back in the swing of things, and you're going to be feeling better about yourself every day. Now, I'm going to say a word about getting rid of the fat here for a minute. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Years ago, I think I may have mentioned this before, I wrote a book called Winning the War on Fat. And it wasn't a big book because it doesn't have to be. The reason that I did that, so I'm going to give you everything that you need to know now about trimming that extra weight off, trimming that extra fat off. And I've still got about 15 pounds that I'm going to get rid of here. But I used to own a gym, as I said, and I'd have people come in all the time asking how it was that our instructors got in such great shape, and how people that came there, for any length of time, were just in phenomenal shape. And I'd start to explain, and very often it'd be a woman who, said, well, ever since I had kids, my last kid, it's just, I haven't been able to take my figure back down to where it once was. And I said, oh, how long ago was that? Expecting it to be, 8 months ago. And she'd nod at the 10-year-old right next to her and say, ever since him. Okay, that's a bunch of junk. This is a lifestyle, or a should I say, semi-lifestyle based on excuses. And so I start to explain to them how to get rid of fat, because they'd always want to term it as in terms of, I want to lose weight. That's number one. You don't lose weight, you use fat. Okay, I say in my book, what do you think? You're going to lose weight? You're going to get up one day and can't find your weight and say, what did I do with my weight? I've lost it. No. Fat is nothing more than excess fuel you've taken on board and you haven't used, okay? Because you took on more than you needed on a daily basis. And when you take on more than your body needs, your body only has one choice, and that is to store it. And it stores it as what's called adipose tissue, body fat. And all that is fuel there waiting to be used. And unless you use it, it's going to stay there. Okay, so that's the trick. So it's nothing more. We put on fat. Okay, we don't put on weight. If you put on weight, you can put on weight with muscle and things like that. Okay, you put on fat by taking in more calories than you're using. In other words, you have a caloric surplus. Okay, we get rid of that fat simply by turning it around, by using more than we're taking in, and establishing a caloric deficit. And when we're not taking in as much as we need on a daily basis, when we're out here, doing some work, and it has to be, the more intense the work, the better it is going to be for you. I know a lot of people that say, well, I do a lot of chores and I do a lot of this. Well, okay, those are low intensity and they're not going to get the same thing, results for you. But anyway, so when we're using more than we're taking in, then the body says, I need more fuel. Where did I put that fuel? Yes, there it is. It's in my butt, and it's in my thighs. It's in my body fat. That's fuel that I took on in case I needed it someday, and today is the day that I need it, okay? So then it starts going after that. Anyway, there's a little bit more to it, not much more to it than that, because I'd spend about 3 minutes explaining it to these people, and they'd say, well, you ought to write a book about it. I said, I can't write a book. I told you everything you need to know right then. It wouldn't fill up a book. It'd barely fill up a pamphlet. So they said, well, you ought to write a pamphlet. So I did, and that's what Winning the War on Fat is essentially, I think it's probably, 22 pages. One of these days, I'm going to find the old manuscript, redo it, put it together, and sell it on Amazon for 99 cents or something like that. But until then, this is really all you need. Get out there, do some work, and I have a lot of people that say, and they get a little upset at me when they say, well, I'm busy all the time. Okay, busy is not active, and that's the problem. A lot of people are busy, they're rushed, but they are not active, and they are not active as far as their musculoskeletal systems working together and producing work. Okay, so we're out here producing work. We're climbing up and down ladders, and we're throwing them around, and we're having a great time, and it's a beautiful day, and the wind in the sky and God's clouds over us, and we're having a great day. So think about that and stop. If you got some extra weight on you, or if you've got if you're not up to par on what you want to be physically, if what happened in my books happened tomorrow, would you be physically ready to do something about it? If you're not, the time to start is as soon as you stop watching this video. Okay? All right. You all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. For those of you who want to watch a little bit of Hallie, this is for women too. You'll want to pull that line up with you and carry it up over the roof with you. Not all of it, but you might have enough. Cowgirl.
They weren't all in my work.
Oh well. Hey, it beats working, doesn't it? You want to tell the people goodbye?